1136 at 1590 KVGB, 97.7 FM. Welcome to Focus on Stafford County today. We get a chance once a month to get caught up on what's going on in the county to our south. Joining us on the program for this special show today, I think Carolyn Dunn's she's...
I know, somehow
she's
just avoided this.
I know. With us, that's the voice of Ashley Bevan, Program Director for Stafford County Economic Development, in with us for today's show.
Hello,
I'm going to say, Carolyn's on assignment today. Is that okay?
Sure, if that's what you consider a spring break. You can put it that way.
It's going to be a cool show today. We have 4 students from St. John High School that are part of Tiger Town Pizza. We're going to learn all about this, the entrepreneurship program that has been taking place for several years in Stafford County. Brianna Banks in studio with us today. Jaden Reed with us. We'll hear from them here in the first segment. Also, Roger Ramirez and Liam Lanterman will be joining us in the second segment here today. Did I get that right? Liam. Okay. See, one mistake right out of the chute. Sorry about that, Liam. We'll hear from Liam Lanterman coming up here in the next segment. Ashley, tell me about Tiger Town Pizza. We're going to talk about that, but how this all got developed, I guess it starts with Network Kansas.
It does. Back in 2012, Stafford County Economic Development became one of Network Kansas's e-communities, so entrepreneurship communities. And what we're doing is trying to cultivate that entrepreneurship feel within the community. So helping our businesses, we receive funding from Network Kansas to do some program development, Destination Boot Camp, Ice House entrepreneurship, and also our youth entrepreneurship. And that's why these students from the high school are here with me today. Last Friday, Edwards County hosted the 3rd annual Central Kansas Youth Entrepreneurship Competition. And we finally had students from St. John that participated this year. The past 2 years, it's just been high school students from Stafford. The exciting thing is these students in their first year actually won second place and a prize of $500. So I guess to give a little background with Tiger Town, St. John has had a pizza business on the square for several years, and it's changed ownership through the years as well. Well, we've been without one for probably a year now, I think. There's a museum next door to this restaurant space, and the Lucille Hall Museum board didn't feel like this building should just sit empty anymore. You know, it was fully equipped with pizza equipment, and why not put a restaurant back in there? Well, they approached the school and asked if they would want to partner and implement this into the classroom somehow. School agreed to it, and they identified 2 teachers, the business teacher and the facts teacher, to run this through the school year. And they had 5 students sign up for, is it called the Applied Business class? Okay. So the school and the museum board got together, started developing this, and as the museum board got farther into it, legally realized that they could not operate a business. And so they created a separate 501c3, part of the Community Enrichment Foundation. And anyways, the second board was formed, figuring out how to run this pizza business. So the job of the students, I guess, was to use their school day to form a business plan and come up with some recipe development as their priorities. They've also worked on some menu formatting with technology using the TV, including some of the art students for wall art. In addition to this, they've also gotten other experiences with giving presentations. I think you guys presented up in Claflin for maybe a teacher in-service day for the region. But to make this possible, the restaurant space needed some renovations done to really update it. Pizza Board actually received a significant donation from a private donor to go in and renovate the space.
Where's this at now? I mean, is Tiger Town Pizza serving pizzas now?
It's not, but they hope to be open the beginning of April, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, that's exciting. So
yes.
It's all led out of this. It's an amazing story how this started and where we're at right now then, Ashley.
Yes, and like I said, St. John hasn't participated in our entrepreneurship competition before, but when we heard about this experience that the students were going through and that they were already forming a business plan for Tiger Town Pizza, I went and presented to the class and said, hey, if you're already doing this, why not submit it for our contest? And you could win some money doing this potentially. And I think it excited some of them. I mean, they participated last Friday and won second place. I'm excited for them.
Joining us here in this first segment, Brianna Banks and Jaden Reed. Brianna, tell me a little bit about yourself. At St. John High School, what class are you in right now?
I'm a senior in high school. So, I mean, I'm excited about this pizza place opening, and I'm excited that I got to be a part of this as well.
Jaden, what about you?
I'm a junior in high school, and I think the class that we have is an amazing opportunity because the whole situation with the business and us helping start it up, it's just been really awesome to experience this, and I'm glad I took the class.
Yeah, before we talk about the pizza plant, how exciting and was the experience at Kinsley last week?
Honestly, I was very nervous, and I honestly didn't think we would place. And when they said our name for second place, I was like, oh, wow. Like, we did that. Not only did we get second place in the presentation part of it, we got first place in the trade show part of it also.
That's fantastic. What was your role in the presentation? There's 5 individuals that are doing this. Kind of talk about what your role was in this presentation and the competition.
My role in the presentation was talking about how we can get our name out there and basically get coupons that people can buy from the store. Kids in the grade school can get AR rewards, and they can get a free pizza. Our What Is It contest, which Roger, I'm sure, can fill you in on that.
Remember that, Roger. That's put that on your list over there, okay? All right.
Another part of it was concessions at basketball games or football games. We have to get sponsorships. So say a other business in the town says, well, I'll donate a pizza for a contest at a basketball game for a free throw shot. Like, we could just do stuff like that to get our name out there and get people into our business to actually come in and enjoy our pizza.
So maybe you look at your role as maybe doing a lot of the marketing for Tigertown Pizza. Is that how you would characterize it?
A little bit. I don't know. Jaden does a lot of marketing, and Cash also. He's not with us today, but.
Okay. Jaden, what was your role in the presentation at Kinsley last week?
I explained about how, basically what our class has done so far to get to where we were today, how we created the business plan, tested the different pizzas and crusts, and worked with the food distributors about it, how we had presented our business plan and gotten startup loans and just helped get everything together for the restaurant and to get where we were.
Talk about how you developed this. How did it start, and how kind of take me through the process of putting this whole plan together?
We started out, we didn't really know what to do. Carolyn and Ashley actually came in and helped us. They gave us some business plan templates, and we kind of just shaped it to what would fit ours best, and we filled it in. And it took a lot of work because we had to get all the startup costs. We based it off of what the restaurant had previously done, but we had to find just a bunch of different costs, factor in the cost of food. Of course, all the equipment was paid for by the anonymous donor, so that helped a lot, but it was just a lot of getting all the different pieces and putting it together.
Has there been a Tigertown pizza made yet?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the signature? You always see these different pizza commercials. What's the signature about Tigertown pizza that's going to make it stand out from other pizzas that you get?
We have some unique names that we've come up with, the Tyrone and the Lucille. We're thinking about naming a pizza the Dean after Dean Wade. We've also, something that we've come up with is we've added basil to our crust, which is something unique that we've never seen before. So,
what about the sauce?
The sauce, we wanted something that was not the typical as we usually taste in other pizzas, so we went through and tested a bunch of different sauces, and I think the one that we've picked out along with the board with us is very unique and tastes good.
Applied business class, right? That's
Yes.
Okay. When you decided to take this class, did you think you'd develop a pizza business?
Well, I know our principal had told us that it was going to be helping start up a pizza place. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be as involved as it is right now. I thought it was just going to be learning how to do that. It's definitely much more than I thought it was.
Brianna, how did you become one of the 5? One of the 5 chosen people for Tigertown Pizza.
Actually, I went in for enrollment last August it was. And I had asked who all was already in the class, and they said, just Cash. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll take the class too. So that's actually how I got in the class.
What are your feelings, Jaden, about how this has come together? I mean, are you kind of surprised how well it's gone and where you're at right now? I mean, maybe your thoughts when you first started this and where you're at now. Can you even believe that it's progressed this far?
Yeah, when we first started, it was definitely like we had a lot of it was like most of it was just big goals that we wanted to reach, and now we've worked through and we've achieved all these things that we had set out that we wanted to do, the business plan, the getting the restaurant together, and it's definitely awesome looking at it now versus the beginning of the school year, how everything has come together and it's getting ready to just start. It's
Brianna
awesome.
Banks, this has been a lot of work, but does it seem like work? I imagine you're pretty excited and focused on this, right?
Well, now it's all of the easy stuff that we're doing. But at the beginning of the year, it was a lot of work. I don't even know how many weeks we spent on that business plan. We started off with this huge template and then realized we didn't need that. So we literally just threw it out the window and got a much smaller one and finished it. So we did a bunch of work on this huge business plan that we didn't even use. We deleted all of the information and started over.
Ashley, what do you think about these two young ladies?
I'm proud of them. I look back, I didn't have opportunities like this when I was in high school. Entrepreneurship was not a big hot topic like it was when I was going through college at McPherson, but life experience right there before you even get to college. And I'm kind of envious of that in a way.
Jaden and Brianna, when did you first start getting exposed to entrepreneurship? When can you remember?
Not until this class.
Yeah, this class is the only time I've really been interested in business. I don't see myself personally going into business, but I'm really glad I took this class because it's a really great experience.
Yeah.
Wow, being able to make your own pizza at this time. Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll have more focus on Stafford County today right after this.
That hailstorm last night is going to totally wipe me out.
Well, thank God for insurance.
That's just it. Our insurance said we weren't completely covered.
What? I told you to call Trey or Beth at Ag 360 Insurance.
I know. I just thought they did crop insurance.
No, they're an independent agency, so they have a variety of carriers they use, and they have all our insurance, including auto, home, life, and crop.
Really?
Yeah, shut that tractor down. We're going there right now.
Hey folks, this is Trey Bergen with Ag 360 Insurance. Come by and visit us in our new location at 103 East 4th Avenue in St. John.
Welcome back. Focus on Stafford County today. Boy, we just heard from Brianna Banks and Jaden Reed. Now sliding into the seats, Roger Ramirez and Liam Lanterman, also part of this applied business class. Now, who are we missing today, Roger?
We're missing Cash McVeigh.
Okay, is Cash like the quarterback of the team, or the
without,
center, or the?
Without him, we wouldn't be able to. Well, we would have, but it would have taken a longer process. He's the one who's been getting the financial done and everything.
The money guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why his name is Cash.
I like it. Roger Ramirez, what was your role in the presentation at the entrepreneurship competition in Kinsley?
Well, I had to talk about the contests we're planning to put in involving the museum and the pizza place. Well, one of them is display an artifact from the museum and display it in the pizza place, and we give the customers an opportunity to guess what it is, what it was used for, and if there will be 4 lucky winners at the end of every month who will just win a pizza and a drink.
Liam, what was your role in the presentation?
I went over the financials a little bit. I went over what a typical year was going to look like with all of the costs and whatnot. And I also went over what our class was planning on doing in the future, like developing new recipes for the menu, volunteering our time in the pizza place, probably during school hours, maintaining our social media pages as well.
When you were figuring out all the financials of running a business like that, what surprised you maybe the most when you were running through some of this information?
The scope of it, like how much money we were working with, actually surprised me, because the anonymous donor that paid for all of the renovations donated, what was it, $100,000?
Yes.
And I was not expecting for high school students to be working with that much money.
Where do you envision this going now? As you got all this groundwork going, you guys are probably thinking about this all the time. Where do you envision this going in the future? I mean, you've already made pizza. I mean, that's pretty cool. Roger, what do you think? What do you want to see the end result of all this work that you guys have been putting in?
Well, I want to see it thrive. I want to see it just grow. I don't want it to be like every other pizza place that's gone through there, just going for a couple of years and then closing down. I want it to continue going for more than just 2-4 years, and hopefully we can just keep growing from then and bring in new customers from different places.
Was this what you imagined visualized when you got involved with the applied business class?
Well, I didn't think we'd ever get like this involved, but it's pretty great that we got to do this since there's not very many opportunities to do that stuff in school. When they asked me, well, it was the first day of school when I enrolled on it. I didn't think we'd do something like this.
Liam, what's been the biggest challenge for you personally getting involved in something like this? It's kind of complex in many ways.
There's a lot of big words. We had a lawyer come in not too long ago to try and help explain the nonprofit side of everything, and that was kind of hard to understand. Like they said earlier, when we were trying to come up with the business plan, there was a lot of numbers, and that was really annoying to get through, to slog through all of that.
When we first started this, did you get questions? What are Tiger Town? What are you guys doing? And then probably people kind of talk about the reaction of some of your fellow students now that you're this far along with this. What do they think?
Well, a lot of them really want to join. They saw that we got to eat pizza.
Taste testers, huh?
Yeah, that's been a hard process tasting all that pizza. But a lot of them really just wanted to join because of the pizza. And they would smell the pizza down the halls and they'd be wanting it. And now when we make pizza, some of them actually pay us for a slice or two.
So do you guys actually practice some of the recipes in the fax room then?
Yeah, we tested some of the pizzas we have on the menu.
Okay. I didn't know if you guys did that at the school or if you went down to the actual restaurant and did it.
Well, before the equipment was put in, we actually did it in the school. And before we could make anything in the restaurant, we did them all at the school. And now since we can do it at the restaurant, we do it down there when we have time.
Well, the mayor of St. John works here, so just start loading him up. We'll be your taste testers up here at Eagle Radio. We're going to take one final break. We'll be back with more of the show. Roger Ramirez and Liam Lanterman joining us here on Focus on Stafford County on KVGB. Final segment here on Focus on Stafford County today. Really appreciate Brianna Banks, Roger Ramirez, Jaden Reed, and Liam Lanterman coming in on the program. Ashley Bevan, Program Director for Stafford County EcoDevo. Did we leave things out? Anything you want to mention here?
I think just a few things. So the students actually have the opportunity to apply to get a job at the pizza location if they wish to do so. They do have a manager that's been hired, and also I think maybe an assistant manager as well to kind of keep the day-to-day things running smoothly. Like I said, they hope to open here in the beginning of April. Open 6 days a week, closed on Tuesdays, serving lunch and dinner, kind of like the students have talked about. They're going to look into tying the museum into this since the museum does own the actual restaurant building. I'm excited. They served pizza for us at our groundbreaking last month for the grocery store, and like they said, they've incorporated basil into their crust, and it just gave it some extra flavor that I really enjoyed. I'm hoping that they serve pizza by the slice, so occasionally I can run over there and grab some lunch instead of always depending on leftovers from home. So I'm excited for this.
Well, I'm really excited too, and when you think about, well, gosh, what's our future? Well, I mean, we've got 4 kids in here that kind of show you our futures in pretty good hands. Salute to all these St. John Tigers in here today. Ashley, thanks for bringing them up, and hey, make her feed you well today, guys, okay? That's our show today. Brianna Banks, Roger Ramirez, Jaden Reed, and Liam Lanterman here on Focus on Stafford County.